What's going on, guys? Welcome to Inside the Horseshoe. My name is Matt, and tomorrow is game day. The Indianapolis Colts are hosting Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in a big game. I'm going to be giving you guys my keys to victory, and then I'll tell you guys who I believe is going to win at the end of the video. But before I do that, if you're new or if you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate if you would click that subscribe button. Also, click the bell icon. That way you're notified whenever I upload a video or go live. If you like this video, smack the like button, and let me know down below in the comments your keys to victory, who you believe is going to win, because I would be very curious to read those. And also, if you have a Twitter, click the link in my description down below. That will take you to my Twitter, horseshoe_pod. Make sure you follow me there if you have a Twitter. So my first key to victory in this game is an obvious one, and that is we got to run the ball. Anytime Jonathan Taylor has 100 yards or more running the ball, we win. We've never lost when he's ran for at least 100 yards. So get him involved, especially with Tampa Bay's run defense not being as good as it was early on in the year. They've been struggling over the last few weeks. In the last 3 weeks, Tampa Bay has allowed more rushing yards per game than any other team in the NFL. So let's take advantage of that. Also, Vita Vea, he's questionable. He's a game time decision. He may not even play on Sunday. If he doesn't play on Sunday, run the ball a lot, okay? Let Jonathan Taylor feast. Let him get those yards. Let him continue dominating like he has in the past. If Jonathan Taylor has another monster game, that MVP talk is going to continue to grow, especially with it being against Tampa Bay. So run the ball with Jonathan Taylor. Also, get Hines involved. Get him involved in the run game because I believe he could have a pretty big game too. So run the ball, and I think we can have a really good chance of winning this game. Also, our offensive line needs to continue what it's been doing lately. It's been awesome. Like, it's been great. I mean, Jonathan Taylor doesn't get the numbers that he has if it's not for our offensive line playing as well as it has. Obviously, Jonathan Taylor would be getting good numbers, but he's getting great numbers because of how good that offensive line is. So the offensive line needs to continue to show up and dominate, especially when you're going up against a defensive line like Tampa Bay. Yes, their run defense may not be doing as well lately, but that defensive line is still a really good defensive line. So our offensive line needs to continue to play well, both in the run game and in the passing game. If we do that, I feel very confident as well, because if you give Carson Wentz some time to throw the football, good things are going to happen. If you give Jonathan Taylor the holes that you gave him in the Buffalo game, good things are going to happen. So that offensive line needs to continue to dominate like it has in the last few weeks, because it's playing like what we thought it was going to at the start of the year. So offensive line, continue to dominate, and I like our chances a lot. Also, Carson Wentz has to continue protecting the ball. Okay, he's been really good when it comes to not throwing interceptions. I get it, he had 2 in the Tennessee game. But besides that game and the Rams game, he hasn't thrown an interception. He's protected the ball very well. So he needs to continue to protect the football. Okay? Tampa Bay also has struggled in the pass defense. Like, their secondary does have some issues. It's not the best. It's definitely the worst part of that defense. And their defense is really good. So that doesn't mean that their secondary is not good at all. It's a good secondary. But I feel like if we're going to win this game, Carson Wentz needs to have a good game throwing the ball. And as long as he protects the ball, I feel like he's going to do that. So continue to protect the football. Take what the defense gives you, like you have been, and we'll win this game. Now going over to the defense, we need to get pressure on Tom Brady, okay? Tom Brady's one of the greatest to ever do it. But if we're going to win this game, our defensive line needs to put pressure on Tom Brady. Force him to move around in the pocket. He loves staying in the pocket, so don't let him do it. Get pressure on him, force him to make a mistake or two, because it's happened before. There's been defenses that have forced Tom Brady to make some errors and to make some mistakes. So our defensive line needs to show up. DeForest Buckner has to have a all-pro like game. He's the leader of our defensive line. He's got to help get pressure on Tom Brady. Very possible to do so. It is possible. So he needs to get pressure. Kwity Paye needs to get pressure. Dio Dengbo needs to get pressure. Grover Stewart and anybody else on that defensive line needs to get pressure on Tom Brady. Force him to make mistakes. And if you do that, our defense is going to be in good shape. I know Antonio Brown is going to be out for tomorrow, but they still have some really good receivers on Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Rob Gronkowski, who's questionable, but he'll probably end up playing on Sunday. They're all capable of having really good days. So our secondary needs to continue what it's done the last few weeks and not let them have big days. They did really good against Buffalo. They need to continue that against Tampa Bay if we're going to win this game. Because if you let Mike Evans or Chris Godwin have a big day, it's going to be a long day for our defense. I don't care how good our defensive line does. If you let those guys get open consistently, they're definitely capable of doing so. We might lose on Sunday. So our secondary just needs to continue to do as well as it has been lately and not let that happen. I believe it's possible. Okay, they're giving me more faith. So let's continue to do what we've done the last few weeks. And if we do that, I feel pretty good about our chances. So, with all that being said, let's get into my prediction on who I believe is going to win the game. I think this is going to be a really, really good game. Both teams are very good. Both offenses are capable of having big days. But I think last week, the Colts showed me they can finish these games. That was the thing we were all wondering. Can the Colts finish games against good teams? And they definitely did that against a very good Buffalo team. Tampa Bay is struggling. The run defense is struggling. The Colts' run offense is getting better and better every single week. Jonathan Taylor is emerging as a potential MVP favorite, especially with how close the quarterbacks are this year. I'm going to go with the Colts winning this game. I feel like our offense is going to be able to take advantage of Tampa Bay's defense struggling as of late. I think the two big factors in this game, what will determine who wins, is how well do the Colts run and how well does the Colts secondary do in this game. Those are the two biggest factors in this game. But I do think the Colts are going to win this game. Give me a final score of 27-21 Colts. Very good game. I expect good performances from both offenses, but I think at the end of the day, the Colts are going to be able to pull away with the W. So thank you so much for watching. If you're new or if you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate it if you would click that subscribe button. Also, click the bell icon. That way you're notified whenever I upload a video or go live. If you like this video, smack the like button. Let me know your thoughts down below. Who do you think is going to win? Give me your keys to victory, all that good stuff. And also, if you have a Twitter, click the link in my description down below. That will take you to my Twitter, horseshoe_pod. Make sure you follow me there. So thank you very much for watching. I've been Matt, Bleed Blue, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like it, make sure you watch one of these other two videos. They're cool. Also, if you're new, please click the subscribe button as well as the bell icon. I greatly appreciate your support.